Bon après-midi tout le monde. Good afternoon everyone. Je m'appelle Monsieur Smithson, as you well know. Hope you're all well and keeping safe. So today I've done an online French lesson for Year 5. So I thought it's a little while since we've been doing any French, and we're going to have a look at some online lessons over the next few weeks. So this is lesson 1, and what we're going to do, we're going to incorporate pastimes, of which a lot of us are learning new pastimes and getting involved in lots of different activities at the moment, and we're going to link that up with the times that we've learnt over the year. So we're going to put together pastimes and time that we would do these activities, and hopefully when you've watched the video and practiced repeating the words and looking at the words, you'll be able to then go online to our home learning page, download the documents and the worksheets, and have a little go at putting what you've learnt into practice on the sheets. Okay, right, let's get started. So basically, one of the first things that I'm sure a lot of you will have been doing whilst you've been in lockdown is watching telly. So this is Didier, he's watching telly, and to say that, we would say Je regarde la télé. So répétez, repeat, en français, in French, je regarde la télé. Something else that I've been doing a lot of, because I'm a big fan of my music, and I'm sure you'll be the same. We've got Jake here, he's listening to his music, and he's got his CD player there, and he's listening to his music. So, if you'd like to répéter, repeat, j'écoute mes CD. J'écoute mes CD. And that means I've been listening to my CDs. Next activity, again, a lot of you will have been doing this. We've certainly been catching up on some DVDs and watching some films whilst we've been in lockdown. We've got Boff here, and Boff is putting a DVD inside the player. So, to say I've been watching DVDs, we would say je regarde un DVD. So répétez en français, repeat in French, je regarde un DVD. Okay, something else that you may have been doing, and it's probably something that maybe people like me who are quite old do a little bit more of than you guys, but listening to the radio. I find listening to the radio keeps me up to date with what's happening in the news, particularly local radio. So here we've got Monsieur Mills, and he's listening to the radio. And to say that in French, we would go j'écoute la radio. So répétez en français, repeat in French, j'écoute la radio. Excellent. 2 left. We've got a game of tennis here, and some people have been told that they can go back out, have a game of tennis as long as they socially distance. So tennis, we would say je joue au tennis. So répétez, je joue au tennis. I play tennis. I play tennis. And finally, something that I'm missing a lot of, I'm really missing not getting the opportunity to see my team Hull City play, although maybe that's not a bad thing really, they weren't doing very well before lockdown. So we've got Natalie, I think this is, and she's doing some keepy-uppies with the football. So to say that in French, we would have je joue au football. And again, you can see the French word and the English word are spelt exactly the same, we just pronounce them slightly differently. So, répétez en français, repeat in French, je joue au football. Excellent. So, those are some of the activities that we would have been learning in French. And then what we can do, we can put together the French activities with the times that we learnt earlier in the year. So if you remember, we all know our numbers up to 12. We would count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that will be up to 12. And then if I said to you, quelle heure est-il? What time is it? You might say, it is 2 heures. 2 o'clock. You might say, il est 6 heures. 6 o'clock. You may say, il est 8 heures, which would be 8 o'clock. So, quelle heure est-il? What time is it? And then you would give me the time. We can use those times that we've learnt and put them with the activities and make a sentence. So, for example, I may say, qu'est-ce que tu fais à 4 heures? So, what were you doing at 4 o'clock? And you may say, well, I was watching telly, Mr. Smithson, je regarde la télé. I may say to you, qu'est-ce que tu fais à 8 heures? And you might say, 8 o'clock. J'écoute mes CD. I was listening to my CD. So, if we have a little look here at the times, we've got quelle heure est-il? What time is it? Il est 5 heures. 5 is 5. It is 5 o'clock. Quelle heure est-il? What time is it? Il est 10 heures. It is 10 o'clock. And then to put our sentences together completely, we would have qu'est-ce que tu fais à 4 heures? So, what were you doing at 4 o'clock? Je regarde la télé. So, I could change the 4 and put 6. Qu'est-ce que tu fais à 6 heures? And if you said, I was playing football at 6 o'clock, je jouais au football. Okay, so as you can see, you can mix up the sentences, mix up the times, mix up the activities to give yourself some different descriptions and sentences for the times that you will be playing certain activities. Okay, so that's a very quick run through of today's lesson. Have a look on the home learning page on Spire's website. If you scroll down to French, there's a variety of worksheets there that tie in with those activities and those times. So if you look for lesson 1, click on the activity, have a go, and see how you get on. Feel free to share your learning on the Twitter page. I've got a Twitter page, Mr_Smithson. If you look for me on Twitter, you may also see some of my online drawing lessons. But that's today's French lesson. Stay safe, everyone. Au revoir.